These three simple tools in Excel will save you a lot of time when you're either creating a professional dashboard for a job or when you're just playing around in Excel for your own personal project. And so before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my content, and make sure to watch until the end of the video because in the end I'm going to provide you with some resources that will help you get better at using Excel. And so with that being said, let's get right on to number one. First tool that I want to talk about is the Format Painter. And the Format Painter basically lets you copy the style of the cell that you're selected on. And so let me show you what I mean by that. So first let's say that I want to change the color of the cell to green for whatever reason. And then I want to change the text to white. And let's say that I want this style to be applied to all these cells below. Now instead of like changing the style to green and changing the text to white again, there's like a quicker way of doing that using Format Painter. So first I'm going to click on the cell that I want to copy, then I'm just going to click on Format Painter. And so if I highlight these cells, then it's automatically going to change the style of the cells that I just highlighted. And so it's really cool because it saves you a lot of time. And obviously this is just one example of using Format Painter. You could also use Format Painter for styling charts, for example. So if you like create one chart and you like the style of it, then you can use the Format Painter and copy that style into your other charts. And in my opinion, this is my favorite tool in Excel because you can change the style of a bunch of different cells just by one click, and so it's really convenient that way. Alright, so the second tool that I want to talk about is the group tool in Excel, and it basically lets you hide multiple columns or rows at the same time. So let's say for example that I want to hide all of the columns from A to C, and without using the group tool I would have to right click each column and click hide, and this can get kind of tedious, especially if you have like a really big table with a lot of columns. So there's a quicker way of doing this using the group tool. So go to the ribbon called data, and then on the right side you're going to see a button that says group. And so because I want to get rid of the columns from A to C, I'm going to highlight them and then click on the group button. And then when you do that, it's going to show a little bar, and there's like a minus sign. If you click that, it's going to let you hide all of the columns that you highlighted. And so it's really cool because it makes it a lot easier to hide and unhide columns. And you could do the same thing with the rows. So let's say I want to group together the rows from 6 to 8. I want to hide them, and so I would highlight the rows and then go to the group button, click on that. Then it's going to show a little bar on the left side, and then you could hide and unhide them using the button. And so obviously when you're doing a real project, you're probably gonna get a data set that's much larger than this one. And so the group tool can save you a lot of time. And if you want to ungroup something, then you just highlight the columns that were grouped and you click on ungroup. And then you could do the same thing for the columns. So I'll highlight A to C and then click on ungroup. And so now it's back to normal. Last but not least, I want to talk about the freeze panes tool, and this is pretty useful and it'll save you a lot of time when you're entering in data. And so let's say that I'm entering in data for this column called entertainment. So as I put in a lot of numbers in, I'm not going to be able to see the column name, and so I might forget what the whole column is supposed to represent, and so I have to scroll back up and then scroll back down and then keep typing, and this can be kind of inconvenient. So the freeze panes tool is pretty useful. So what you gotta do is you gotta go to the ribbon called view and then click on freeze panes, and after that click on freeze top row because the column headers are typically on the first row. And so if I do that, then it's gonna show the column headers even as I scroll down, and so I won't have to scroll back up to see what the column name is because I can see the column header the whole time. And so that's really cool. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you want to learn more about Excel, then I would highly recommend that you check out this course on Udemy called Excel from Beginner to Advanced. It does cost money, but I do think that's worth it because it teaches you from knowing nothing to Excel to knowing all the different kinds of feature that it has to offer. And no, I'm not sponsored by Udemy in any way. Like I've been using this course myself and I really enjoy it. And if you do want a free version, then there's like this platform called Coursera that I think is really good. I've never used it before myself, so I can't really vouch for it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. And I'm sure there's a lot of good courses on Excel on Coursera. So if you want a free version, then you can use Coursera, but if you're willing to spend money, I would highly recommend this course. And also, if you want to learn how to make an Excel dashboard from scratch, I've made a video previously that analyzes an actual data set on the different salaries of the data science job positions. And so if you're interested in that, I'm going to provide like a link somewhere on this screen where you can click on it and it'll take you right to that video. And so I hope to see you there. And again, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.